So it's Friday evening here at Mallory Park, ready for tomorrow's racing on Saturday. We've scrutineered and signed on. We've managed to get under the sort of tower thingy that's in the paddock because they have forecast rain tomorrow. So it saves us putting the gazebo up and something less to think about. So we've got a good spot under this tower, so if it rains we've got shelter. Got the wets ready because they're forecast rain, so more than likely going to be putting these in the morning. Bike's got through scrutineering, no problem. So in the morning all we've got to do is top it up with fuel and potentially change the wheels into the wet wheels. Just need to tighten the footrest bolts up a little bit. Just got a tiny little bit playing in there. This is actually Shannon's bike, which I'm racing tomorrow. As the engine in my bike's getting a little bit tired and sounding a little bit tired, so I'm using this bike tomorrow. It's got a different seat on to what my bike has on. That's my seat. So we'll use this seat in practice and just see how I get on with that. If I don't really get on with it, I'll stick my seat on for the races after practice. Got all the usual bits and bobs and spares. Always carry a spare end exhaust because that's one of the first things to go if you do fall off. And you can bet your whole day if you've not got no exhaust to put on. Great to have Hattie back in the paddock and be using her again. She seems to be running good. So yeah, let's hope that continues. There's a few fans arriving now. We've just been down to the cafe, which is right over in that far corner, and had our tea. And we're just going to go over to the pond now, the lake, which is just over there, and feed the ducks. I think Shannon's took the kids over, so I'll have a walk over there. Got our little boarding up. My usual ACU number is 31, but for this event I've had to put 381 on. But yeah, that's okay. I've not ridden this bike since last year. I did a Donington Park track evening on it last year, and it went well. Whether or not it's going to be as good as the bike I've been using this year or not, I don't know. I wouldn't imagine there's that much difference, but we'll see. So yeah, we're spending the night in the motorhome, and then it's a day of action tomorrow. A lovely evening here at Mallory. The forecast isn't the same for tomorrow, which is a bit of a shame. Rain all day. I don't mind racing there. I quite, do tend to do all right if it's wet or damp. It's just that it's obviously not as pleasurable because stuff gets wet, and people that are with you don't particularly want to be standing out if it's pissing it down. Yeah, we're going to see if we can find some ducks on the lake. There they are. I don't know if you can see them over there. Feeding the ducks. Everyone likes Mallory Park. It's just a nice venue for an event. Spectating is good here. I've been racing here for years. Done a lot of races around here. Had some good results here as well on the 125s, 250s, and my Honda 400 that I raced for a little while, and the 250 LC, Yamaha 250 LC class. I had quite a lot of good results on that, chasing the MMA championships back in the day. Let's go see what they're up to. So it's just a peaceful evening here, hardly any wind, just having a walk around circuit, and we're just up here at Mallory Park's hairpin. Probably one of the most famous hairpins on UK tracks is Mallory's hairpin. This hairpin has seen a lot of action over the years. Various different lines are taken around the hairpin. Some people hug the inside wall, literally rubbing their shoulders and hips against this wall. Others sort of tend to go centre of the track, and then you always get, if you've overbraked yourself, riders will come in wide into here. It's quite a wide part of the circuit. It actually opens up a little bit from the lead up to it, so there's bags of room to get around here. I'm out of here. little short burst down into Edwina's, which is quite a tight left, right, left little chicane that then goes downhill and sweeping left downhill called Devil's Elbow, which leads you back onto the start and finish straight. And of course you've got a long start and finish straight leading into a very fast top gear long right hand corner leading onto the back straight. And then another little S is called Edwina's. Out of there it's a burst up a slight right hander uphill and then back up here into hairpin. That's for those that don't really know Mallory Park Circuit and that watch these blogs, but I'm sure most that do watch them are quite aware of the circuit. Lovely evening, very peaceful, so thought I'd have a little walk. Sometimes it's just nice to get away from the paddock. Bush stop chicane. So you're coming into here, just clipping the left apex here. Bear in mind if it's wet, you don't want to be getting your tyres on these curbs. It can be very slippy. And then you'll slingshot into this next bit, the right hand of the bush stop chicane, which is here. You have to be a little bit careful on these next two curves because they're quite high. It's quite easy to catch your foot peg on these curbs, which are going to cause all sorts of problems. So yeah, same again, you're clipping this right on the edge here. Same again, don't get your tyre on there, especially if it's wet. The exit, already you're on the power coming out of there, and you've got to start to like try and straight line this next little left bit. When you come out of that last right, it's quite easy to end up going too far inside here, and these are raised, as you can see. They're like little mushrooms. You can see that better there. So you don't want to be going over these on a bike, otherwise you're probably going to come off, or at least worse, end up airborne over them. So same again, don't get your tyres on there if it's wet. Just clip that edge apex, and then it's as fast as you can out of here, downhill, left-hander of Devil's Elbow. Well, good morning from a wet Mallory Park, and it is very wet. Apparently this is in for the day. So, first job this morning was coffee. Very lucky we were under this canopy today. So I've changed the wheels. I've got the wet weather wheels in today. Front and back. Took the slicks off. Definitely won't be using those today. Tyre pressure's done. Bit of fuel in the bike. As you can see, it's quite a miserable day. But I've been here before in conditions like this, so it is what it is. Everyone's in the same boat. Just got to get on with it. So we've got practice at about 9:40, and then 2 races of 10 laps each throughout the day. So yeah, good job we got here for 5 o'clock last night, because we've got this undercover area to at least be under for the day.
Here they are, just coming back from their very, very wet practice. It's Mr. H and our friend David Madsen. First time racing here. And it is a very, very grim day, as you can see. Lots of water. Not very nice. It's freezing as well. The paddock is not busy at all. I mean, you've got to be in it to win it, obviously, but it's in for me. So I'm quite glad I'm not racing today. Comes Mr. H. Oh, as you can see, we've got a medic car just going out over there. 2 crashes, I think, in that practice. Here he is. Better go and see how he got on.
So here at Mallory, conditions are pretty dire, to be honest. The rain has eased at the moment, but it's been raining all morning non-stop. There's quite a bit of standing water on some parts of the circuit, so it is a bit dodgy. Practice is almost complete. I've been out on the 125, done I think 3 or 4 laps, so yeah, steady as you go. We're out in race 2 today, so it won't be too long before our first race is called. But good job we picked this spot under this little tower thing, because we've got some shelter. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't think there's going to be any heroics today, so I'll update you all later.
Here we are at the start of Mr H's first race, which is race 2 in the programme. It's still grim. Not a nice day at all. Pretty empty paddock. And somewhere out there is David, number 381 today. He's just on the back row of the grid, so the 125s are near the back. There's Mr Madsen as well, out there. So we'll see how they go. Every race and practice seems to have had offs so far. So we'll see how the day holds for them. Just going to do one warm-up lap. I am freezing. I'm just trying to shelter. There they go, around Gerrard's. Their race has got 400s in it as well, and quite a lot of bigger bikes, so they're expecting to be lapped quite early, but then the results will be done by class, so they're not competing against them, they're just in the same race, which can be quite off-putting if you're not used to it, racing with all the big boys and girls. But yeah, so they should be beginning to come back round any minute now. There's Hattie. Her roof needs a really good clean. The kids are tucked up inside. You can just about see Daniel there. Hiding. Here they come. This is who we're expecting to win their class. So we'll see what their starts are like when it gets underway. There's Mr H, white helmet, and Mr Madsen in the orange bib. So he's hoping to get another signature today. Can get rid of that. Got a few starting issues with my bike today, so David's on my bike just to give it a run out, but we're having problems with the ignition. Big thanks to the marshals who have stood out in this hideous weather today. So just waiting for the lights. There they go. Just coming up to the chicane. There's Mr H there. Again, you can see him by the white helmet. And they're just coming up to Edwina's. Oh, we've got an off over there. Another one. Nice and steady round there. It's not nice in the wet. And they're going up to the hairpin, and then they'll come back down Devil's Elbow once they've gone through the bus stop. I think that's the bus stop anyway. So the big bikes are just about to take them as well.
0.5 of a second ahead of Bedford.
Here comes Mr. H. Nice overtaking manoeuvre there on the outside. Well done, David. There's the leader.
Attention paddock. The first call for race 3. Finish with
Here he is, just coming back round again. So he's just been lapped for a second time by first place. He's the chap on the orange bike, just there. That's first place. Different league. This is Mr. H. Everyone's going very gingerly around head weeders. Heading back up into the hairpin. So here they are, they're the second race of the afternoon session. Race 10, just about to set off. They've done their warm-up lap, just waiting for the green light. And off they go. We'll see how they got this time. Mr. H did well in the last race. Doesn't look quite as good to start this time, but we shall see. Hopefully not too many accidents. There have been a lot today. In the last race there were 2 on the first lap, which is pretty rubbish. But it's still grim, it's still very cold, it's wet, it's windy and the track conditions aren't great. Just going around. So just coming up to the end of lap 2, the race leaders on the 400 and a GP125, I believe, is in first place. Are almost complete on their third lap, so they're about to lap Mr. H for the first time. Just goes to show the difference in performance of bikes. So Mr. H, lap 2 done. And there's first place on the GP125.
All packed up at Mallory Park, ready to get out of the paddock and take our journey home. It's been a bit of a mixed bag of a day. It's been horrible conditions with poor visibility, standing water on the circuit and not particularly warm, but we've come away with 2 awards today, so it sort of makes up for it a little bit. There we go. So yeah, not a bad day in the office today. Thanks to Mrs. H for her hospitality and being there as always. Got a damp leather suit which got a bit of drying out to do tomorrow. We'll just get everything out in the garden and dry everything out. Yeah, racing's still going on. Still a couple of races still to go before the end of the day. So we're just warming the van up and then we'll head home. So on that note, we'll sign off for today and for this weekend's blog. And don't forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel. See you all later.